Hello everyone. I am going to do a little behind the scenes editing today for Sealy Creations. Those that don't know me, my name is Chelsea. I am the business owner of Sealy Creations Wedding Films. Today I'm going to do a little process of how I edit. I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of my process, how I edit wedding films, and what it looks like on the back end. So let's jump in. All right, everyone, so I have pulled up Adobe Premiere. This is my primarily editing source, software program, whatever you want to call it. Today I am editing Kate and Jordan's wedding film. This took place at the Ivy House in Milwaukee, one of my absolute favorite venues. So I'm gonna start kind of where I'm at right now with the video. I have about 4 minutes done. I'm heading into kind of more of the hype part of the video, getting into the vows, all that good kind of stuff. So without further ado, the first thing I do when editing is music and sound design. So I license my music from MusicBed. This is a program where you have to purchase a subscription to license music. MusicBed is where I find pretty much all of my music, and how I find music is pretty much knowing how the wedding day went and knowing the couple and their love story and finding honestly the best sound that works with their day. So for instance, if their wedding is very emotional, you see everybody crying, lots of tears in the air, I'm gonna go for more of like a cinematic, emotional kind of video, just because I'm not gonna put some hype rock, hip hop music if everybody's in tears. It's just not gonna correlate. Vice versa, let's say the wedding is completely all out party, everyone's fist pumping, drinking, having literally the best day of their entire life. Then I'm definitely gonna go for more of the hip hop, pop, rock, hardcore beats kind of thing. So I pretty much just go based off what the feel of the day is and how their love story is. So what I'll do is I'll kind of filter through, my favorite kind of thing to do is go to the vibes section in the playlist. And like I said, uplifting cinematic, is this where it's gonna be really emotional and moody and everyone is just like, truly you can see the presence and emotion in the day. That's one of my favorite playlists. Another one is the romantic vibes. There's also genres, so you can look at the indie folk, blues, soul, all that kind of stuff. Another thing I do is I'll click on songs here, and under here in this section in the mood genre, like I said, let's say this is a super upbeat, high energy wedding. I'm gonna go for more of the uplifting, happy, blah, blah, blah. So I'll sort through all these. Honestly, this is like the most daunting process, is just sitting here like clicking on music, listening for a couple seconds. I'll usually skip through because I know right away if it's gonna work or not. Go to the next. Some of you just know are just not wedding film material. Not exactly what I'm looking for the high energy music, but this could be a potential more slow ceremony area kind for the video. Okay, so once I find a good song, which probably could take anywhere from 1 minute to an hour, really depends on how fast I go through the songs, how fast I find one, and all that good kind of stuff. Then I'll download it and then I'll put it into my project. So once I'm in Adobe Premiere, you'll see a lot of different editing people do different layouts with Premiere. This is my primarily where I have my timeline workflow at the bottom here. This is where I have audio. This is music on the bottom. Then I have like any kind of words. Pretty much the storyline goes in that part. And then video is all up here. So this is where my workspace is right here. This is all of my clips right here. So if I were to click on this section, I can scan through and pick which part's up here. And this is the actual video coming into play in this top right screen over here. Then this other tab over here, I typically work off the color panel for some reason because I like to edit and color grade at the same time. Some people will edit their entire video and then go back and color edit, which is so long, like it takes forever. So I just like to get it done as I tread along, and it just helps me look at the beautiful video as I'm editing it. So this is where I'm at, doing a little ceremony stuff. So I'll go through, I have a pretty good layout of how I want the wedding video to flow. My first step, once I found that music, is going through audio and selecting the best storyline for the day. As you'll see in the beginning, this is a super high-end, high beat kind of energetic wedding, but it also had extremely emotional parts to it. So it's kind of like melding those two big things together. So I kicked off this wedding video with a huge bang because that's just how the day went. And I think it's a really good like attention grabber for anybody. They're like, whoa, this is gonna be a fun one. So that's how I start this video. Let's take a little sneak peek of it.
Let's get dressed!
So that's just a little start to get you introduced to what Kate and Jordan's day was. Super fun day. I'll probably say that 100 times today because it honestly was such a fun day. So anyways, once I kicked off the beginning, then I'll lay out audio for about 3 minutes of the day. So 3 minutes of the video, not the day. That'd be weird. So I'll lay out 3 minutes of audio, meaning I will piece together every single part of speeches, vows, letters, anything else they incorporated that truly tells their story. So this is where you'll see this section right here. I laid out at least 3 minutes of this before I even looked at a single video. So this is how I edit. I know a lot of people have different perspectives on that. Truly, I think it helps my workflow so much better because I know I have the content in the video to go over all of this. And again, that's truly a confidence thing with being a filmmaker, is I know I have the video to fill in these 3 minutes. I know my shots are solid. I know my second shooter's shots were solid. So truly putting the audio together to form the storyline is where I start, because audio will make or break a wedding video, and I just love starting that way. And I know I can I'll be crying or get the chill bumpies as I'm just hearing the story come together. So that's where I like to start. So I will lay out all of 3-4 minutes-ish. Then I'll go back and start piecing together the video, as you'll see in this top section.
So we welcome you today from Tulsa to Franklin, from Ohio to Wisconsin, for all of those who are gathered here in person and those gathered here in spirit. For all who
When living in apartment 205 together, us girls talked about everything. Many of our best
fun and understanding. We love you.
my great friend, Kate, I love that you've got Randy in a tux.
All right, so once I have about that 3 to 4 minutes laid out of audio, then I went in and put the video. I will then go in and color code, color grade, whatever you want to call it, all of the video up to that point. So technically then I'm at about the halfway mark. So let's just do a little color correction right here. I'm just gonna reset all of this, get this out of the way. All right, so that's my normal, that's how it was shot. I created my own LUTs, so I created a LUT in Lightroom and then I exported to Premiere. Give me in the comments if you want to see something like that. That was quite the process, but I wanted my video and I do a little bit of photo work to look similar, and it's truly my style, so I incorporated that. So I have my own LUT, and then of course with any kind of editing, you can't just like slap it on there and hope it's good. So then I'll go through and edit a little bit more. And this is totally a personal preference again and how your editing style is. So I'll just go through and tweak a couple things, and there we go, that looks good. All right, so once I have color grades throughout the 3 to 4 minutes, then I will practically start again. Depending upon what package they picked, they typically can have like a 5 to 7 minute video, 7 to 10 minute video, or 7 to 12 minute video. So then I'll go through and put the audio in again and finish off the rest of it. And then I'll go through, typically I go through as I'm creating the storyline and edit audio. So how I edit is I edit in Adobe Audition. So I'll figure out which parts of which vows, speeches, all that kind of stuff I want, import it into Premiere so it creates that storyline. Once I have that storyline done, then I will click through and edit the audio in Adobe Audition. So Adobe Audition opens. This is gonna be very overwhelming to anyone that does not know how to edit audio right away. But I create my own, I would give it like an audio preset if you wanna call it, where I created a favorites tab and I did a lot of back end, what are my typical go-to like audio things. I'll minimize the noise, I'll increase this, I'll get rid of this. So I created just pretty much I don't know the right word because I don't know that technical shit, but pretty much an audio preset, and this will lay over my audio when I edit right away, and then I'll go in and tweak those couple things, just like editing like the colors. So favorites, general, this is what I named it, I don't know, general adjustment, and that will create just pretty much general. Down here, this is kind of where I will do some auto healing, otherwise you can turn that section off and just edit right here. This is where you can kind of see those peaks, levels, valleys, all that good stuff, and listen to it.
And this day we lift up Kate's late father, Randy, my great friend. Kate, I love that you've got Randy in a tux.
So you'll see on the bottom here is where it kind of like bounces
Andy,
down here.
Friend.
Get a little reds, you can kind of minimize those so we're not peaking or anything like that.
Kate, I love that you've got Randy in a tux.
And kind of just fine tuning the audio sections. And this can be a really, really long process. Right away when you're just starting out with video and audio, you're like, oh my God. But it truly, like I said, it can make or break a video. And once I have that fine tuned, and I'll go in later and kind of just tune it up a little bit more, then I save it, then right back here, it jumps into here and it's saved again. So I love that about Audition and Premiere. It kind of just works simultaneously together. So, all right, so once I have audio laid, video laid, my last kind of step is I'll go through the entire video, like second by second, frame by frame, and just make sure I didn't miss anything. Like, is everything color graded? Are all the shots good? Do I need to do any cropping? Is the storyline truly a staple piece and what they want to look back on their day and remember? So I'll go through the whole thing once more and just do any last minute things. If there's any pieces I feel like this clip could kind of get rid of and put a different one in.
You are a wonderful man.
Love outdoor dancing. Awesome. Okay, so after that whole process is done, I look through everything, I will render it, and then I will export it. Once it's exported, then I will upload and send away to the couples. Typically my editing, and this will come as a surprise to a lot of people because, hold on, let's find this will come to a surprise as a lot of people, but if I truly can sit down at my office and the creativity is just like coming in, I can truly edit a video in like 4 days. And that's not like 24 hours a day or anything like that. Like truly sit here, focus for whatever time it is. I could probably finish a video in 4 days. It truly really depends on the audio and the storyline. If everything is flowing super well, super easy, I am like, woo, this is going awesome. It just flows together. But if your speeches and there was nothing like pulling at you guys, it was more individualized, it's a lot harder for me. So I always recommend like personal vows or letters or cards, or incorporating like your speeches to be about you guys, not just, oh yeah, me and Jordan, like, oh, we used to roll the punches in basketball and it was so awesome. Great, love it, awesome, tell that story at the bar. No, truly, speeches can go one of two ways, and for me, I just love the heartfelt speeches that truly talk about you guys, your relationship, how you met, how you've impacted the best man, maid of honor, whoever the heck is giving the speech. So, yeah, I can edit a video in about 4 days if I really get into it, but right now I'm so backed up because I had so many weddings in September. So Kate and Jordan's wedding was September 17th, and I'm just finishing that video probably in the next couple days. And then I have another wedding that was right after Kate and Jordan's the next day. So those back-to-back weddings will set me back a couple weeks. But after I fly through September weddings, then it's right into a couple October weddings that were so, so beautiful. So yeah, that's pretty much how I edit in a really, really quick time frame of all of that. So let me know if you enjoyed this and you want to see more in-depth editing. Again, this is just an overflow of my process, how it works for me. Yeah, so that's a little behind the scenes of Sealy Creations editing. So let me know what you think, if you want to see more, if you really don't care and you just want to watch the videos once they're done. I totally respect that and get that too. So, all right, have a great Monday, everyone, or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day you watch this on. So, all right, much love.